Welcome everyone to the Clark Kunt podcast. I'm your host, Clark Kunt. So, this is episode 1 of hopefully many episodes to come of my foray into podcasting. But before I start, all the rage with the kids is ASMR videos. So, let me get your senses ready. Alright. Now let me gargle some Listerine. Alright, I'm back. So, what will my podcast be about? My podcast will just be about anything. Hopefully, once again, more people subscribe. Remember, after you listen to this, just smash that like button and subscribe. But honestly, I'm hoping for people to send me their questions, or, like topics if they have any problems, and I'll be their Dr. Phil. I know going to a psychologist costs a lot of money these days, so might as well talk to me about your problems, and I'll give you a cunt perspective. So right now, let's talk about movies, because lately, that's a big favorite of mine is movies, and I just saw some movie trailers. Like, has anyone seen the new Fast and Furious trailer? It's called the Luke Hobbs and Shaw, or Hobbs and Shaw. So, I hate this audacity where you see that your voice going. It's pretty annoying. Okay. So, it's just, has anyone seen it? It's just, it's The Rock. The Rock plays the same character in every movie. It's never, like, I don't even know why they even name this character a different name. They just say The Rock and Shaw. That'd probably be a good band name, The Rock and Shaw. Well, anyways, it's always The Rock, like, and he always has this stupid catchphrases, like, in the movie, I remember in the Furious 7, was it? Where he's like, I'll beat you, no, it was the one, the latest Fast and Furious movie, Fast and Furious 8, I don't know their names, I just go by that. They have stupid names to begin with. But, well, no offense, but I did like Fast and Furious 8. I didn't like Furious 7, but I like Furious 8. But anyway, I remember it was like, oh, I'm gonna beat you harder than a Cherokee drum. It's just so stupid. And then this one, in the trailer, it starts off with like, I'm what you call a can of whoop ass. And I was just cringing, like, what? So I was thinking, like, I wish I could make like a website where you can bet on celebrities and doing stuff or just stupid stuff. For example, like, imagine betting like how many times The Rock's gonna say something stupid in a movie. Like, I'm betting you guys that in this movie he's gonna have like 15 lines of like stupid dialogue. So we already have I'm what you call a can of whoop ass. And then now they even got Jason Statham. Even Jason Statham, yeah. Speaking of The Rock about playing the same character, Jason Statham plays the same character too. I don't even know why they give him a different character name. Just call it The Rock and Jason Statham. That's it. And Jason Statham's like, I'm more of a champagne kind of guy. And it's just like, boom. I mean, the trailer looks hilarious because, like, I've seen the first one as a kid, the first Fast and Furious, and you've seen how it evolved. And up to, like, I think Fast 5, up to Fast 5, it was sort of, Fast 5 was sort of, good. Like, well, not good, I wouldn't say good, because, like, Too Fast, Too Furious, which is stupid. The third one was, the Tokyo Drift was stupid, too. Like, oh, it's like, I'm gonna beat this mob boss and, like, get my honor back in a race. The fourth one was they I don't remember. The fourth one was like drug dealers and stuff like that. It was so stupid. But the fifth one, I like the first one. The first one was basically a remake of Speed. Not Speed. What's the movie with Keanu Reeves and the guy from Dirty Dancing? Man, I love Keanu Reeves. I am an F when he goes like, I am an FBI agent. Yeah. See. Well, it was a remake of that, and then the fifth one was actually really I loved the fifth one. The sixth one was okay. The seventh one was crap. I'll say I did not like the seventh one, and the eighth one was I liked the eighth one though. It's pretty interesting. But now we're on number 9, and this is like full blown. Like the guy's like, it's Idris Elba. It's like the villain. And it's like, I am the next step in human evolution, and he's getting shot with bullets. Like they're injecting him with like vaccines, I guess. I don't know. They're trying to promote vaccines. I don't know what they're injecting him with, and it's just like he's bulletproof. He's like punching steel doors down. It's like the Resident Evil games now. I mean, like if anyone's played the Resident Evil games, it's like I don't know, it's Resident Evil 6. You got Chris Redfield just punching boulders. Like it started off as like a survival horror kind of movie, and I think Resident Evil 5 or 6 is Chris is just punching boulders. So now it's like Idris Elba, some sort of superhero, they're like walking on the side of a building, and then it's like The Rock jumping down. It's just, I mean, if it was an action movie just called The Rock and Jason Statham, I'll be like, whatever. But because I look at the franchise where it started from, where it's just like an undercover cop, this is a remake of that Keanu Reeves movie. It's just like, wow. What was his name? Paul Walker, yeah. Rest in peace. See, I feel like, speaking regarding the franchise, I feel like Furious 7 is the most overrated film. I did not like it. I feel like they knew the movie was crap. Like, it was just, that was pure blown stupidity, and like, we need a way to sell tickets. And The Rock is taking over the franchise. Since when he came in, he reinvigorated the franchise. I give him credit for that. And he took over it. So like, they're like, oh, we need to pay one less actor. Well, and then nobody really cared about Paul Walker. Like, I didn't care about him. Like when he passed away, I remember people were crying, but it sucks to them. But like, it's like the mic. It's just yeah. Anyway, Paul Walker. I feel like they studio heads are like, oh, we gotta sell more tickets. How do we do it? Oh, rest in peace, Paul Walker. Because the movie kept on teasing like when he was about to die, and then like, well, that's a conspiracy theory. Maybe this podcast will dwell into conspiracy theories once in a while. So yeah, I saw that movie trailer. It was one of the stupidest but funniest things ever. More of a champagne problem. And then like Jason Statham beating up 20 guys, like poof. Fast and Furious, like right now all the rage is the 80s movie. So like the Fast and Furious is like an 80s movie. Like it's like, you know, like the 80s movies. When I say 80s movies, I'm talking about those old action hero movies with like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, when they're like, it's just like they say stupid lines like for example, like Arnold, we're in I think it's Commando or Predator, when he throws a steam pipe through. I think it's Commando, when he throws a steam pipe through a guy's chest, and it's like, this guy steam off. I can't even do his voice properly. It's like, so it's like steam off. Like, really, you're gonna take someone's life and say something stupid like that? Or it's just, or like when he's like and Terminator, when the guy's like, hey, you gotta pay for that, and he's like, talk to the hand. It just yeah, the Fast and Furious movies really dwell into that a lot. They're basically 80s movies. Say The Rock is an 80s action hero. He's in the wrong time. He should have been during Sylvester Stallone's or Arnold's time. But now when we write good dialogue, it's like when I watch a movie, I'm dying of laughter when he's in it. Just same character. Oh my god, gets so much money. Life isn't fair. Kids, if you're listening to this, life isn't fair. The Rock is making millions of dollars just playing the same character over and over. It's basically his WWE persona. It's not even him acting. I mean, I give credit to John Cena and Dave Bautista because they actually play different characters, but I never seen The Rock play a different character. It's always The Rock, and not even like The Rock himself. It's always WWE Rock. So, yeah, that was a recent trailer I saw that was pretty stupid. Like, it just made me laugh. Another movie trailer I saw was has anyone seen the new John Wick 3 trailer? It just, that franchise is going off the rails too. Like, John Wick 1, plot was simple. The guy killed his dog and wants revenge. I mean, would you kill like 100 people just for your dog? Not really, but that was the motive. It worked well. Very nice action sequences, very stylish. But I did not like number 2. It was going off the rails in terms of the assassin like organizations and stuff. See, I compare it with like, Despicable Me. Has anyone seen Despicable Me? So, Despicable Me is a great movie, and then Minions are a great part of it. The Minions, but the Minions in small doses were great. If you've seen the Minions movie, why have you seen the Minions movie? Well, it's because I have a little sister. I take her to the movies. Anyway, when I saw the movie, it was just so bad, and now it's like, I feel like the same thing with the John Wick movies, where like that whole hotel with assassins. There's a nice like pretty background. It was pretty nice, like a little bit of touches, like a little. It's like, I think of it as like the ice cream, and it's the little sprinkles you put on top, right? So John Wick, the first one was like John Wick was the main character. His event, the action, the revenge was like the ice cream, and the little sprinkles was the hotel. The little sprinkles. Having a little bit of sprinkles makes it better, and that's what it was. The environment it made, the little atmosphere is pretty nice. But in John Wick 2, it was like half of it was sprinkles. You can't eat ice cream just half sprinkles. It's crap. And then I feel like John Wick 3 is like even like sprinkles. It's even like, okay, let's think about it like this. John Wick was the ice cream, the fudge was the action, and the sprinkles was the hotel. Now John Wick 2 was like the action became half of it, so the fudge became half, a quarter became the sprinkles, and a quarter became the John Wick plot, because it made no real sense. Like, just the main plot. Now 3 looks like half of it's fudge, half of it's sprinkles, and there's no ice cream. It's just like a lot of action, a lot of stuff happening. Like, what's happening? It's just, I don't know. It was just, when I look at it, I'm like, this franchise has gone off the rails. Which happens with every movie, except for Spider-Man. Spider-Man did not go off the rails. I love Spider-Man 3. Do not tell me otherwise. Oh, but Spider-Man 2 was better than Spider-Man 1. People debate, but they're great, good movies. And even Spider-Man 3 was, compared to the other two, was bad, but it was still a good movie. So, like, it did not go off the rails. I feel like it improved on a masterpiece. They just gave us a different taste. So yeah, those were the movie trailers I saw. I saw Hobbs and Shaw, and I saw the new Keanu Reeves movie, John Wick 3, and then I saw the new Marvel trailer. Yeah, for Captain Marvel. That movie, she's a pilot. Like, it's a pretty strange movie. I don't really get the point. Actually, it's not. I get the plot. It's pretty simple. Like, the bad guys. My friend told me are called Skrulls, and you see those green people, the ogres, right? So obviously, the good guys are the good-looking people, and the bad guys are the bad-looking people. Of course, because it's Hollywood. Brie Larson's over there talking about, oh no, but the Hollywood is. But like, look at your movie. It's just, you got like Jude Law as your love interest. And then the evil guy is like some green ogre, some goblin-like people who have a shape shift. So that's gonna be a metaphor for how ugly they are inside. And then I thought the Kree people were supposed to be blue, but hey, Jude Law's gonna be no more color because like the love interest and they're the good guys. But yeah, it's just I see that movie. I'm not gonna watch it. It just looks silly. Like, and then they have Samuel Jackson, who they CGI'd completely. They got Sam Jackson, and it's just like they're trying to make like Captain Marvel the badass, when like with Samuel Jackson with the cat, oh the kitty, and he's just like, what happened to the Nick Fury guy? What happened to the guy who was screaming on the plane? I'm tired of these fucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. What happened to that Samuel Jackson? No, we have this cuddly Sam Jackson. We don't have that Nick Fury with the one eye patch. No, we have this cuddly Sam Jackson. Of course, because the Captain Marvel's supposed to be badass in this movie. And everyone was like, "Oh, what are you saying that?" Well, I'm saying it because I see it. Like Samuel Jackson, like Nick Fury was a badass, but now like in this movie, he's supposed to be like a little cuddly bear. Like you guys know what I'm saying. Like they're trying. It's Hollywood, the liberal media. But it's like they're trying to promote an image. I see it, and I'm like, don't do it. Just why? Just make a good movie. And it's a lot of like they say stuff and then they don't do it. But again, with the Skrulls or the evil guy, and then they're very sexist too. I mean, the MCU movies have been very actually sexist towards men. Yeah, because we see Chris Pratt shirtless, buffed up. We see Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans. All the Chris's have been shirtless, like showing their bodies. Well, we don't get to see Brie Larson. What do we get to see Brie Larson? Oh, we see her in an we see Brie Larson in what do you call it? The Air Force pilot, the jumpsuits. Yeah, the Air Force jumpsuits. Soccer mom here. Like, if you guys notice, like you see Brie Larson in those movies, like the trailer for Captain Marvel, and then you see Brie Larson from like Scott Pilgrim. So like you see Brie Larson for Scott Pilgrim. She looks hot in there, right? But you see Brie Larson in the new Captain Marvel. She looks like a soccer mom. Like, give the guy something. I mean, come on, man. You're giving her like a soccer mom haircut. She looks like she. Oh, why are you saying that? Well, it is because I see like it's geared towards females actually. This whole MCU. If you think about it, it's like you see Chris Hemsworth without a shirt, you see Chris Evans, you see Chris Pratt, and even he buffed up. Like you see the belly he had in the Parks and Recs, but then for on the girls side, it's really no one. I mean, like let me think about something like the like the closest we came was like Gwyneth Paltrow in Iron Man 3 when she's in yoga pants. Like that's the closest we came as a very risque kind of clothing, and all of the basically all the female superheroes have been very covered up, like it's like some sort of Sharia law country. Like we see what was it, the Scarlet Witch, like show a bit of cleavage. Oh, why are you saying that? You know why I'm saying that? Because comic books were made by horny nerds. I mean, let's look at a picture of look at the picture of Captain Marvel from the comics. Just look. I'm googling it right now. Let me Google Captain Marvel comics. Let me go on images. Look at her. Oh my god. Look at that skin tight bodysuit. And now she's wearing some sort of like it's like plasticky thing. Just look. Oh. So, like what I'm trying to say is like it's very sexist towards men. I feel offended. Hopefully you guys do too. because I'm a very progressive kind of guy. I want equality. I mean, right now, like in the MCU, it was like only female superheroes is like the Scarlet Witch. See her in the comics and see her like wearing a whole leather jacket. No, take it off. And then I think who's the general from the Black Panther movie? The girl, she's in The Walking Dead too. She's beautiful, but like they make her bald, and it's like, why? Like when they're in the scene in Korea in the casino and she's wearing a wig and a wig and a dress, I'm like, oh my god, she's beautiful, but why you guys make her bald? Why? Warriors can't have beautiful flowing hair? Huh? That's not a very progressive view, is it? Anyway, yeah, so it's like, and then like Scarlett Johansson, I think they shaved her eyebrows off or something. She started looking like Rickety Cricket. She reminded me of Rickety Cricket from It's Sunny. For some reason, the new Scarlet Witch. The new Scarlett Johansson. What's her? Oh, Black Widow. The new Black Widow was basically like she reminded me of Rickety Cricket from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Anyway, yeah. So the MCU. I've actually been hating the MCU a lot lately. Like, I feel like they did make great strides, especially with the Iron Man franchise. I'm not a big fan of Captain America. I've never been like this self-righteous kind of guy. Like, oh, feel justice. No, but I can't lie, I did like Captain America too. But that wasn't really even a superhero movie. Like, it felt more like a Jason Bourne movie or like Die Hard. They should just call it Die Hard featuring Captain America. And then, the Thor movies were been generally crap, except for Thor 3, which was, I liked it. I did not like Ant-Man. Did not like, I only saw parts of, Doctor Strange and it bored me. Yeah, generally the other movies, and the Homecoming movie, Spider-Man Homecoming, was pretty nice too. But man, oh man, Avengers Infinity War was wow. Like, all that hype for this year's of Thanos. And then, you go see the movie and like, oh my god, it lives up to the hype. Like, I applaud Disney for that. Though I generally hate Disney, but I applaud them for Infinity War. It's probably my favorite movie out of the whole franchise of the MCU. Yeah, but at the end, even Thanos like wasn't as an interesting character. Well, he was, but it was like kind of reminded me of a communist. Oh, we need to get rid of 50% of people so the other 50% can have the resources of the other 50%. Sounds very communist to me. Oh yeah, because communism is distribution of the resources. Thanos is probably before the start of this whole franchise, Thanos probably had like the Karl Marx, the Communist Manifesto, reading it. Yeah, you think Thanos? I think Thanos is a communist, man. He got rid of you have the Infinity Gauntlet, and instead of making more food or more resources for everyone, let's just get rid of 50% of the people. That's what the communists did. What Stalin purges, it is like a genocide, and his forced labor camps, or like Mao's forced labor camps, were getting rid of millions of people to feed the others. I mean, Mao, General Mao, Chairman Mao, he because of his forced agricultural revolutions and stuff, his forced plans, it killed, in order to increase productivity, he ended up killing 50 million people. So yes, Thanos is a communist. I said it. How much time do I have left? I'm thinking of making these podcasts an hour long. Just an hour every day. I'm thinking of putting these on every Sunday. Because I feel like people don't go to church anymore, so might as well listen to my word, the word of God. I'm joking. But yes, I present to you the gift of Kunt. Drink it in, man. If anyone watches wrestling, that's a Chris Jericho quote. So yeah, how much more time? Oh, 30 more minutes. I thought the MCU thing was gonna go on. Well, let's keep on talking about Disney and the MCU. So anyway, yeah, Brie Larson's with the soccer mom hair. I could and then I think they're trying to make a Black Widow movie. I feel like this. I already thought about the Black Widow plot, right? It's gonna take. It's gonna wait. Marish was talking about. Look. I'm so in that with the MCU. Let me talk about because she was talking about Uprising. See, so in Avengers, we hear Hawkeye and Black Widow talking about the Budapest uprising. Like, oh, do you remember Budapest? And that's an uprising that took place in Hungary against the communists, the general population. And oh wow, that makes Black Widow like almost 100 years old. Oh wow. I mean, we thought Captain America had a hard on for old grannies. Remember that Peggy Carter? But turns out, or because I was a friend, but turns out he likes Captain. She had a sort of in the movie they try to make a fling with Black Widow. Kisses Black Widow. His first kiss was a granny. So okay, this is how it's gonna take place. First, the movie's gonna start with. Let me Google. You guys will be amazed at how accurate my plot idea is going to be. So let me first Google Black Widow. Spider. Black Widow. Black Widow Spider. There we go. So first, the movie is going to start off with a guy. It's going to be like a book, because she's like supposed to be raised as a baby, as a spy, right? So let's just start off with their like young kids as ballerinas or ballet, being taught ballet by some strict guy with probably like a ruler, like hitting the desk, like yes, again, and then he'll be going around. First, it's gonna start with them in the lines, like which one of you will be the Black Widow? Remember, a Black Widow is gonna be in most cases. It's gonna start with him. The girls in a line is gonna be them. He's describing a Black Widow. Remember, a Black Widow is a small spider that has an unusually potent venom containing a neurotoxin, which causes yada yada yada. And then female widow spiders have unusually large venom glands, and their bite can be particularly harmful to large vertebrates, including humans. So, and he'll be he'll probably walking around, looking around, roaming up. Which one of you will be my Black Widow? And then it's gonna fast forward to it's gonna age her forward. We're gonna age her forward to Scarlett Johansson. So it's gonna be her doing her doing action sequences, getting documents, random, it's the same thing they did in Wolverine Origins, X-Men Origins Wolverine, and then it's just like her, I don't know, hacking computers and taking stuff like, hey you, and she'll be jumping off stuff. And then it's gonna go 1956 Budapest. So we're gonna see a bit of the uprising happening. It's like, Natasha, we need you to assassinate the head guy. And then this movie should have Hawkeye. It's gonna, because that's the MCU connection. But we can't have Jeremy Renner playing Hawkeye. He's just too old. I feel like if he were to even pull a bowstring, his arm would snap. I see the grays in his hair. Oh my god, he's really aged a lot. I feel like maybe it's because of stress, because he wasn't in the new Avengers Infinity War movie. He's like, oh my god, is my career over? But I feel like they shouldn't use Jeremy Renner, but they should use a younger actor. So I'm thinking maybe the guy who played Han Solo in the Solo movie can play Hawkeye. They could use him. So So like it'll be the Budapest uprising. We're gonna be introduced her, like she's gonna assassinate the leader of the Budapest uprising, but we're gonna see her and Hawkeye have a little fight, and she's gonna escape. Like, hey, you get back here, and he's gonna be shooting his like Hawkeye arrows, and she's gonna dodge him and jump off and meet the extraction point. And then we're gonna see the guy who's hitting those things like good. And then it's like, just to prove and explain why she's lived so long, she's gonna be injected with some sort of neurotoxin or something that makes them stay younger, like, or maybe like cryogenically freeze them like they did in the Winter Soldier. You know. Anyway, I'll let Disney handle why she's like 100 years old. They have plot hole fixes. Anyway, the main plot will be basically like there'll be this evil Russian guy, because you know you can't have an American as an evil guy ever. It's always gonna be someone else, some outsider. So anyway, it's gonna be like, I don't know. It's gonna be like the ghost of Rasputin controlling someone, and basically he wants to summon like, I don't know, some evil spirit, some evil demon. I think they own the Ghost Rider franchise, right? I know there's a Ghost Rider villain. Yeah, Mephisto. So basically, Rasputin is trying to summon Mephisto to the Earth, and Mephisto wants to rule the Earth, right? And Rasputin thinking he's gonna have a high position. So yeah, the ghost. So like, you know, the Rasputin from the Tsar of Russia. He basically is a ghost who's taken over someone's body, and basically like he's controlling the Kremlin in the back. But also there's some Americans working with him too, right? This is the Shield aspect, because Shield won't be like just an American organization, but it's gonna have some Russian people too, like working towards the good. Because like we'll make like Rasputin some he's an ex Hydra member. He was too radical for the Hydra, and he's left. He's controlling the Kremlin, and he wants to summon the ghost of Mephisto. And then we need a rival. So Black Widow's rival is gonna be like the Blacker Widow. It's gonna be I feel like her rival should be it's gonna be some childhood friend who was also in that program, but she always wants to one up. She's in competition with the Black Widow, the Blacker Widow. So like, and she's working with Rasputin, because like Rasputin's like, I'll make all your dreams come true or some shit like that. And then like it'll basically be like Hawkeye and Black Widow teaming up to take down Rasputin from summoning Mephisto before he can summon Mephisto to the Earth's world. And basically we're gonna have a fight scene where it's gonna be like the Black Widow versus the Blacker Widow, and then it's gonna be like a fight to the death. But then like Black Widow doesn't want her sister name to die. They could fall off the buildings, and most likely she's gonna be holding on to the Blacker Widow's hand. And the Blacker Widow's like, no, you gotta do what you do, and she's gonna hit her hand. It's gonna be like exactly like Loki when he hit Thor's hand and let himself die. And then her and Hawkeye are gonna take down Rasputin. And after it's like Hawkeye's like, you know, I'm part of Shield, you know, and then it's gonna like she's gonna join Shield. But yeah, haha! I just made the Black Widow plot. Disney, if you use this, you owe me money. Who cares? Disney will probably send a hitman after me. This guy knows too much. Get him. Yeah, I do not like Disney. And I mean, I feel like they've ruined movies for everyone forever. It's just everyone wants to copy the MCU. They just keep them. It's always origin stories with their movies, or it's like remakes. Now they're just doing this stupid live action remakes. Like Aladdin is an amazing movie. I don't need a live action remake with Will Smith, who's now a stupid silly meme now. He looks like Shrek now. It's like, oh, we need a genie. How we could just completely CGI the genie. Nah, Will Smith's ego's too big. We need his face on it. Will Smith. I mean, Will Smith does have ogre ears. Have you seen his ears? Like, they come out like Shrek. They're like, oh, it sort of looks like Shrek. We could just use a Shrek body character. We just pay DreamWorks a couple million for their like design. We'll put Will Smith's face on it because his ego is too big. Yes, I'm not a big fan of Will Smith. Will Smith's ego is so big, like he's forcing his kids to become actors and stuff because he wants to prove that his kids are that his loins produce talent. Like talent just comes from his loins, right? So yeah, it's just the live action remake. I hate them. I hate Will Smith. Like I remember there was a list of all the blockbuster movies that were critically disproved by critics, and then Will Smith made the list because like half the movies were basically him, like Hancock, all those like iRobot, all those crap movies. So yeah, I'm not a big Will Smith fan, and you know his ego's so big he did not want to be in Django. He was offered the role of Django in Django Unchained, not Jamie Foxx. He was offered it first, but his ego, he's such an egomaniac that he's like, oh no, he didn't want to share that much. He didn't want Christopher Waltz to have that much screen time. Like Christopher Waltz won Best Supporting Actor for that movie, and rightfully deserves so. It was a great movie. I love Jamie Foxx as well. He was a great character. But anyway, Will Smith's ego was so big he didn't want someone else to even slightly upstage it. And now he just makes crappy movies. I'm happy because I hate Will Smith. I love Jamie Foxx though. Great actor. But anyway, where's it going? Where did I start this tangent? Oh yeah, Disney movies. Disney, yes. Just the remakes. Sequels now. They're just making sequels to all their Pixar movies. To every movie. Like, has anyone seen a teaser for Frozen? She looks like Iceman. She's going into the water like Iceman. Like, what? I'm just so confused. Like, is she gonna like be fighting people with her ice power? Is she Iceman now? I know they really haven't used the Iceman really well, and they own Iceman character. Might as well use their Frozen character as Iceman. I don't know, man. Disney. I have a theory that if you guys heard of the news regarding there's a petition to get this guy to watch the Avengers Endgame because he has terminal cancer and he wants to watch it before he dies. I feel like Disney's such a paranoid company that they made him watch the movie. They let him watch the movie, and then they smothered him with a pill and just put like an actor to replace him for a while because they didn't want anyone to leak the Endgame kind of trailer stuff because they've been very secretive regarding the plot. Like, we still don't know what's gonna happen. There's so many theories of like time travel or so quantum realm. But yeah, so all Disney does is make remakes. With Pixar, it's like they're, instead of Pixar producing new properties, they're forcing them to do sequels. And in MCU, where it's like we're gonna just do superhero movies, and if we were in superhero movies, where it's all like this childish, I don't know, not a big fan of Disney. How much time do I have left? Oh, wow, 20 more minutes. Let's. Also, I should start my podcast. Maybe I can go read some news. Oh yeah, you guys hear about that actor from the show Empire? At the end of he got caught for faking that incident. Yeah, Juicy Smollett basically paid out. He basically paid. Remember what happened was 2 weeks ago. He was claiming during that winter vortex we had, it was minus 40 degrees. He was basically claiming that he got attacked by some MAGA wearing racist Trump supporters who threw bleach at him and tried to put a noose on him. Yes, at 2 a.m. in Chicago night, there's gonna be some racist white guys at 2 a.m. in downtown Chicago looking for a black guy in the polar vortex to put a noose around, throw bleach. As soon as the story broke out, I'm like, this is fake. This is fake news. And now it is fake news because it appears that he paid to stage the attack. And now he got caught with a stick in his hand. What are you gonna do now? Is he gonna pay? Is he gonna face the crime? No, probably not. The liberal media doesn't want to, never wants to be in the wrong. Just like how they did with those poor kids and that protest they were doing, the drummer, the native drummer, when they made the kids look like they're all like MAGA. They're screaming build the wall. They forcibly circled around the native guy, and at the end it would turn out to be fake. The newspapers are issuing an apology to the kid. They apologized. They admitted that they were wrong, but they didn't apologize to the kid. They did not. I'm still waiting. I'm on these papers. I read all the articles. No one apologized to the kid and say, hey, we're sorry that we made fake news. Which, I mean, people attack Trump. There are many reasons to attack him. But when he actually says fake news, it actually is true. A lot of this stuff is fake news. Very, biased. And then now it's like, no, it's gonna, probably this story's gonna be swept under the rug because, Jeff Bezos, it doesn't fit Jeff Bezos' Washington Post message. Fuck Jeff, man. Fuck Jeff. Good that he, getting divorced, losing half his millions, half his, fortune. Yeah. Oh, look, measles is making a comeback. Interesting. Yeah. Measles 100 years ago would have probably affected your great-grandpappy, but now it's affecting us now because people don't want to vaccinate your children. Why? I don't know, man. Can't believe people don't want to vaccinate your kids. Just it's such a weird predicament because people should have the choice of not vaccinating. It's like the government shouldn't force people to do it, but at the same time, people should have the brains not to do something so stupid. Like, I'll vaccinate the kids. Now we're getting affected by measles, and that's gonna mutate, and then it's gonna kill all the rest of us because that new mutation will be will resist the vaccines we have in our bodies. So yeah, that's one of the biggest threats facing humanity. It's not nuclear war, but it's the anti-vaxxers with the soccer mom hair. Can you believe it? That the biggest threat, one of the biggest threats, is not nuclear war anymore, but it's the anti-vaxxers. It's Jenna McCarthy. Yeah. So where should I go from here? So I'm guessing if you guys haven't done it now, like, share, subscribe to the podcast. I should add people to talk to. I'm very argumentative, and I like to go. I just like to. I'm a contrarian. Just like to troll people. What else? So yeah, anti-vaxxers. More anti-vaxxers. I clicked on the link for it. Let's go back. So yeah, what do we do with the anti-vaxxers? How do we stop them? I was thinking we could put it. Right now, I heard in Vancouver is what they're doing is they're putting stuff in bird food in order to stop the bird population. They're putting bird control into the bird into certain amounts of bird food, so that when the birds eat it, they start reproducing. So maybe we could do that with the anti-vaxxers. Put something in their food or in their water supply. I don't know, cause just a secret government operation, Just put something in there so they stop having kids. I don't know, or put the vaccine. Because polio is given through drops. So maybe put some sort, make the vaccines like you could put it in the food. So like the anti-vaxxer could basically appear she's against the vaccinations, but really we're vaccinating them using secret government organizations like CIA and stuff. And then once like everyone's vaccinated, we could say that the disease is gone, and we wouldn't need vaccines anymore. Well, we wouldn't need those vaccines if the disease is eradicated. Like we're pretty close to eradicating polio, but actually, I heard polio comes from very dirty conditions. Actually, or is it or I don't know, but we've come close to eradicating certain diseases. I know we eradicated smallpox, so maybe once we get a certain point, we wouldn't need vaccines anymore. But we do need it now. Nothing in the news going on right now. Oh yeah, teens accused. Okay, let's look at this headline. Teens accused of stealing food from a delivery truck, food delivery service, and stabbing him. Holy shit! 2 male suspects were in black hoodies. How are you gonna stab someone over some chicken wings? Like, how broke are you that you're gonna try to rob someone over chicken wings? These are the times. What a time to be alive. These are the times we're heading towards, where people are gonna be robbing their Uber driver for some chicken wings. But I don't know. I think this is a good way to end my podcast. Hopefully next time, this is my first podcast. Smash that like button. Subscribe to my Patreon. Share. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, MySpace, Twitter, AOL. What's that Chinese? WeChat. And yeah. Hopefully, this will be a weekly thing. I'm probably gonna start posting these every Sunday. I want to get more into it. I feel like I have a lot of opinions and stuff. Hopefully, you guys like my opinions. And yeah, peace out. Catch you later, guys.